In this video, we're going to go through on Methodist Girls School Primary Preliminary Examination 2024 Primary 6 Mathematics Paper 1. So let's get started. Okay, so first question, he says here 50,000 plus 6,000 plus 300 plus 7. What is it equal to? So I'm going to draw the workings for you. All right, it will look something like this. I draw a rectangle so it's easier to see. So in this case over here, this will then become 307. So 300 plus 7. And then this will be 56,000. Oops, 56,000. So 56307. In this case is option number 2 over here. All right, let's move on to question number 2. So round 6.745 to the nearest hundreds, right? So the nearest hundreds, okay, so the digit, right, at hundreds place is 4. So we look at digit before hundreds place, right, which is 5. So we round up as 5 is 5 or more. So 6.745, 6.745. Okay, let me just put a rectangle so it's easier to see here. We're gonna plus 1 like this. Gonna plus 1 over here, like what you see over here. Okay, so this would then be equal to 6.75. So the answer is option number 3. There you go. All right, let's move on to question number 3. Which of the following fractions is greater than 1/3? So we have 27, 21, 18, and 15. So we look at the first option, 7 out of 27. So we basically multiply 1/3 to 9. Okay, and this will equal to, what's the answer? 1/3. You multiply both by 9. This will then become 9 over 27. So that means this is not greater than 27 in this case over here. Oops. Common Z. Okay, so for this is okay, what about 21? 8 out of 21, sorry. What do we multiply with? Okay, so if you say we need to multiply by 7, then you're right. Oops. Okay, like this. So we multiply this by 7. We multiply this by 7 as well. So 1 out of 3 out of 20, 1 out of 3, oops. 1 out of 3 will then become equal to 3 out of 21. All right, so that means this is correct. Okay, we can move on to the next one, right? So 1 out of 3. Okay, what would it be? So 18, that means we need to multiply by 6. So this means by 6 as well. So what will this equal to? Right, so this will equal to what? 6 out of 18, right? So sadly, this is not correct. Okay, and lastly, for 4 out of 15, what can we multiply this by as well? So 1 out of 3 times 5, right? For 5, and then we multiply this by 5, and this will equal to what? 5 out of 15. And this is wrong as well. Okay, so the answer is option number 2. In this case over here. There you go. All right, let's move on to question number 4. Okay, so question number 4 says arrange the following from the lightest to the heaviest. So from this, usually I like to do it. Really depends, but the easiest is this lah. Okay, because we know that everything is 6 kg. What's the grams, right? So what's the grams? 1/5 kg is equal to 1/5 times 1,000, right? Kg, which means it's 1,000 divided by 5, 200 grams. So that means this is 6 kg. So I'm going to put like this down. So it's 6 kg and 200 grams. Let me make this small. Right, so 6 kg, 200 grams. Okay, what about 6.50? So 0.0 or 0.05, oops, is equal to 5 out of 100. Okay, so kg, right? So that means 5 out of 100, which is equal, which is equal to 5 out of 100 times 1000. So we can cancel some stuff. So we can cancel two zeros from here. Okay, that means 5 times 10. Okay, 5 times 10, which is 50 grams. So that means this is 6 kg, and this will be 6 kg and 50 grams. Right, so which one do you think is the lightest? So this is the lightest. And then which one is the heaviest? The heaviest is this one. Heaviest is 6 kg. Heaviest is 6 kg and 500 grams. So you see this, and then lightest is 6.05. So option number 3. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Question number 5. So the weighing scale shows the mass of 4 identical wooden blocks. What is the mass of one block? So the number of gaps right over here. Okay, I'm just gonna 1. Okay, and then 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so that means 5 gaps is equal to 1 kg. Okay, or 1000 grams. Grams. Then one gap is equal to 1000 divided by 5, which is 200 grams. Okay, so in this case, the weight of 5, what is this? 4, sorry. 4 blocks is equal to 1200, no, 1400 grams. Okay, so one block, is equal to, so in this case will be 1400, and we divide it by 4, which is 1400 divided by 2 divided by 2. Okay, so that means 700 divided by 2, which is 350 grams. So the answer is 350, which is option number 3. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 6. The figure below is a trapezium. Which of the following is the statement is true? So let me just draw the extra line that has the arrow as well. Let me draw this arrow. Okay, so that means only w, z, and xy is equal to 100. W plus z is equal to 100. So that means it's this over here. Okay, let's move. So I'm going to put here trapezium sum of adjacent angles is 180 degrees. So in this case, it's like angle W plus angle Z equal to 180 degrees, right? And then X and Y, in this case also X plus Y. So trapezium sum of adjacent angles in parallel lines. Is 180. Okay, in this case over here. Okay, so W plus Z is 180. WX naturally. Alright, let's move on to question number 7. The button 7 on the scientific calculator is not working. Which of the following should Mina key in to find the value of 37 times 18? 37 times 18. So we see over here, what we can do is we can use 36 times 18 plus 18. Okay, so this is option number 2, right? So yeah, 36 plus 1 times 18 is basically equal to, in this case, this one then equal to 36. 36, 36 times 18, which is a wrong one. It's a wrong one. Okay. So this one, yes, 38 times 18 minus 1. So not really 40 times 18 minus 18. This is the same as, is equal to 39 times 18, which is also wrong. So this one is 38 minus 18 minus 1. Not really. Yeah, so this is the same. Yeah. Hopefully it makes sense. Okay, let's move on to question 8. Rahul bought an apple and dozen of oranges for $20. Why? Or each orange cost $3. Find the cost of an apple. Okay, so dozen is equal to 12. Oh, each orange costs 12. 40, yeah, 12. Dozen of oranges bought an apple. One apple plus 12 oranges is equal to $20. Okay, so we know that the oranges, each orange is called that, so it's one apple plus 12 times 3 equal to $20. So one apple, so this is dollars. Okay, it's equal to $36. Sorry, plus $36 equal to $20. Step by step. Okay, so one apple is equal to basically bracket 20y minus 36. Right, so one dozen, a dozen of orange is equal to 12 times orange. Okay, all right, so 20y minus this is option number 4. Okay, let's move on to next question. Question number 9. So in the television guide shown, one program leads to another without any break in between. How much longer is the football program than the local drama? So football, so football starts is equal to 9 dot 00 a.m. to 10.40 a.m., which is equal to 1 hour 40 minutes. So local drama is equal to 10:40 a.m. Oops, to 11.25 a.m., which is equal to 45 minutes. 45 minutes. Okay, so 45, 20, yes. So 10.40 to 11 a.m. is equal to 20 minutes. 11 a.m. to 11 to 5 is equal to 25 minutes. Okay, so that means total is equal to 20 plus 25 equal to 45 minutes. Right, I'm gonna put this, oops. I want to put this as another working by itself. Like this, small, bam, bam, boom. Okay, so now with this, how much longer? Is basically 1 hour 40 minus 45 minutes, which is equal to 60 plus 40 minus 45, which is equal to 100 minus 45, which is equal to 55 minutes. So the answer is option number 2 for question number 9. All right, let's move on to the next question. Question number 10. EFG is an equilateral triangle. So E, F, and G. Right, GH is a straight line. GFH is a straight line. Find HEF. HEF. So in this case, let me make it red over here, like this. Okay, so we know that this is 60 degrees, right? In this case over here, this is 60, right? So angle EFG is equal to 60 degrees, right? That means angle EFH, right? EFH is equal to 180 minus 60. That means it's equal to 120 degrees in this case over here. So oops. So this is 120 degrees. All right, so that means HEF. HEF. So HEF is equal to 180 minus 60. Sorry, 120 minus 60. Sorry, 33. Okay, which is basically 60 minus 33. Okay, and it's equal to 27 degrees. So the answer to question number 10 is option number 1. Okay, let's move on to question 11. Okay, so machine A prints 5 pages in a minute. Machine B prints 3 times as fast as machine A. Both machines start printing at the same time. How long will it take for the machines to print a total of 120 pages? So machine A is Uti 5 pages, oh, not 6, 5 pages per minute. So machine B is, right, 5. So this machine B times 3 equal to 15 pages per minute. All right, so total rate will be 15, wait, 15 plus 5, which is equal to 20 pages per minute. So total time for 120 pages is equal to 120 divided by 20, divided by 20 is equal to 6 minutes. So option number 1 for question number 11. Okay, let's move on to question number 12. The figure is made up of a quadrant over here and a rectangle. The ratio of the length of AB to the length of AC is 1 is to 3. So AB is 1 unit, not 2, 1. What is this? And then AC, oops, AC is 3 units. Okay, so find the parameter. So we know 6 centimeters. So this is also 6 centimeters. That means this is also 6 centimeters, right? So that means with this loop, so we that means 1 minus 3, 2 units is equal to 6 centimeters. So 1 unit is equal to 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3 centimeters. So we want to find the parameter of the figure, which is basically, let me just put all the thing, 3 centimeters, and then we have this also 3 centimeters. I mean, you don't need this, you need the 3 units, right? 3 units equal to 3 times 3, which is 9 centimeters. Okay, so this whole thing over here is 9. Okay, and then we just need to get this whole thing as well, right? Ooh, right. So this one. Okay, so parameter of quadrant is equal to 1/4 times what is this, 2 times pi times radius. So if 1/4, right, where is it, 1/4 times 2 times pi again, right, times radius is 6. Radius is 6, yes. So 1/4 times 2 times 6, let me put 1/4 times 12 times pi. So this will then be 3 pi. So total is equal to 6 plus 3 plus 9 plus 3 pi. 6 plus 3 plus, oh yeah, so this will then become 18. So 18 or 3 pi plus 18 centimeter with the brackets. So it's option number 2 for question number 12. Okay, let's move on to question number 13. A rectangular container is partially filled with 1 centimeter cubes as shown below. How many more cubes are needed to fill the container? So we have the height. This is 3 centimeter cube long, so it's 3. So what's the width? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 and 5. So the width over here is 5. Okay. And then what is the breadth is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 8. All right. So how many more cubes need to fill the container? So total cubes will be equal to length times breadth times height, which is equal to 8. Wait. The length is 8 times 5 times 3, which is equal to 40 times 3, which is 120. Okay, so current cubes. Okay, I'm going to put here. So current cubes is equal to, we have 3 times the number of cubes over here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 times 3, which is equal to 36, right? Current cube is 36, total cube is that. So uh, more cubes is equal to 120 minus 36, and this will give us 9. What is it? I will just use for 8 is equal to 36 is equal to 80, uh 80 plus 40 minus 36. Okay, this will give us 80 plus 4, which is 84. 84, there we go. The answer is 84, option number 3. Okay, let's move on to question number 14. Okay, ABC is an isosceles triangle. ABC is an isosceles triangle where AB is equal to AC. CDBE is a rectangle. So find B, C, and E. Wait. Okay, cannot assume that it's half of a 90 degrees. Okay, so first is we can get ACB, right? So angle, where ACB is equal to angle ABC, which is equal to 180 minus 40, and then whoops. Okay, and then we transition. No lah, divide by, oh, okay, divide by 2. This will give us 140. Weep wap whoop divided by 2 is equal to 70 degrees. Right, so now we know that this is 70 degrees, like this. So then we know that this is also 70, right, over here. Okay, so from here we can get this little angle, this, right? So angle, angle CBE is equal to 360 minus 255 minus 70. Okay, 360 minus 70. Yeah, correct. Is equal to 1290 minus 255 is equal to 35 degrees. Right? So this one is 35 degrees. Then we can find BCE lah, right? So angle angle BCE is equal to 180 minus 90 minus 35 is basically 90 minus 35, which is equal to 55 degrees. There you go. The answer is option number 3. And question number 15. Some children took part in a swimming competition. 1/3 of the boys and 1/5 of the girls were prize winners. There were 45 prize winners, and 4/9 of them were girls. How many children took part in a swimming competition? So we know that girls, girls winners is equal to 4/9 times 45. So 9 divided by 9 times. So it's just like 4 times bracket 45 divided by 9. So this would then be equal to 4 times 5. 45. Yeah, 5 equal to 20. Okay. So then what about boys winners equal to 45 minus 20 equal to 25. Okay, correct. So then 1/3 of boys is equal to 25. Then 3 out of 3 of boys is equal to 25 times 3 is equal to 75. Then 1/5 of girls is equal to 20. So 5 over 5 of girls is equal to 20 times 5, which is 100. Total is equal to 100 plus 75. This is 175, which is option number 4. All right, let's move to next question. Question 16 in booklet B. All right, so question 16. Okay, find the value of 8.09 times 7. So this is equal to, it's the same as 8 times 7 plus 0.0009 times 7. Okay, single digit. So 8 times 7 is 56, 49, 56. Okay, and plus 0.9 times 7 is 0.9 times 7 is 63. Oops, 63. So the answer to this is 56.63. There you go. All right, always break down easier. Okay, next one. Express 6 divided by 7 as a decimal, correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, so we have by 6, right? So we have point 0, so we need 2 decimal place, right? So 7 minus minus 56, which is 5.6, which is 0.8. So 8 times 7, 5.6. Okay, and then this will then become 4, then t, so 7, 35. So minus 35. Okay, and this will then be 5. So 0.85. And then let's do one more because we want to correct to the 2 decimal place. This will be 5. And then we have 50. We minus 49. So that means this is 7. Okay, so 6 divided by 7 equal to 0.857 dot dot dot, which is equal to 0 kali 0.86 in this case over here. All right, so yeah, I mean 7 is more than 5. We just round up to 0.86. Okay, let's move to the next question. Question 18. Find the value of 2 out of 5 divided by 4. Okay, so 2 out of 5, and then we divide it by by 4. Okay, so in this case, we change this thing equal to, right? 2 out of 5 remains. Oops, 2 out of 5. Okay, we remain, but then this time it will be times. Okay, times. So instead of 4, we flip it, right? So it will be 1 out of 4 over here, like this. Okay, so now we also can simplify. So 4 we can simplify with 2 across, right? So 2 will just be 1, 4 will become 2. So then the answer to this will equal to, right, 1 out of 5 times 2 is 10. So the answer is 1 out of 10. That's what you see over here. There you go. So that's the answer, 1 out of 10. Okay, let's move to the next question. Whoa, it's the same question. Damn, deja vu. Okay, 19. So question 19 says, in the square grid below, shade 2 more squares to form the net. There's many ways to do it, but I'm just going to show the easier way, which is this, right? Just this 2. Okay, so if it's 2, 2, 2, you got it in the bag. That's it. Let me just put in green so it's easier to see. Okay, let's move on to question 20. So A, B, C, D is a square. E is the midpoint of AB. Okay, find F is the midpoint of BC. What fraction of figure is shaded? Okay, so we can just draw another line in the middle, as always over here. Okay, so total number of triangles and total number of, so total triangles is equal to 2 times 4, which is 8. Total shaded triangles is equal to 3. Okay, so then fraction shaded is basically 3 out of 8. There you go, that's the answer. Oops. Okay, that's it. Alrighty, let's move on to the next question. Question 21. Find the value of 5p minus 1/3 when p is equal to 4. So 5 times 4, 4 minus 1/3, which is equal to 20 minus 1/3, which is just 19. I'll break it down for you. Minus 1 minus 1/3, which is basically equal to 19, 2 out of 3. Oops. That's it. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Part B, simplify the expression 9w plus 10 minus 7w plus 3. So let me make it easier for you. 9w minus 7w. So always group them together. Oops, beep, beep, and poop. Right, always group them together like this. Right, and then group them, and then group them like this. Okay, so then 9 did plus 10 plus 3. So 9w minus 7w is 2w plus 13. There you go. 2w plus 13 or 13 plus 2w. That's fine as well. Okay, let's move to the next question. Question 22. At a bookshop, correction tapes are sold in packets, packs of 2 or 5. Jay needs to buy 9 correction tapes. What is the least amount? Okay, so always go for the 5, right? And 2. So 9 tapes is equal to 1 times 5 plus 2 times 2. Okay, yeah, 5 pack. 5 pack are 2 times 2 pack. So that means 4, 420 plus 2 times 1.80. So 4.20 plus 3.6, which is equal to 7.8. So $7.80. Okay, so that's your answer, 780. Okay, let's move to the next question. Question 23. Raj had enough money to buy exactly 20 pens. During a sale, the price of each pen was reduced by $15. With the money he saved from the discount, he was able to buy 4 more pens and had 20 cents left. What was the price of each pen? Okay, so we can use this. Let 1 unit be price of price of 1 pen. Okay, so that means so Raj has basically money is equal to 1 unit plus 20. Sorry, times 20, which is 20 units. So during a sale, each pen was reduced by that. So with the money he saved, he was able to buy 4 more pens. So this way will be sale total is equal to, during a sale the price of each pen was reduced. So 20 times 15 or 0.5, sorry, 0.15 was a discount, right? Yeah, discount. It's equal to 15 is equal to $3. Okay, so the money he saved, so I will say, okay, money saved is $3. He was able to buy 4 more pens. Actually, I don't need to use 1 unit. Right? Okay, so doesn't really matter. But yeah, so money saved is $3. Maybe I actually need that. But yeah, so okay. With the money he saved, he was able to buy 4 more pens plus 20 cents. Okay, so 4 pens plus 0.2 is equal to $3, right? Yes. So that means 4 pence is equal to 3 minus 0.2, which is $2.80. Okay, so 1 pen is equal to 2.8 divided by 4. This is dollars 0.70. So 70 cents are basically. All right, that's it. Let's move to question number 24. All right, so question 24. The line graph shows the number of cups of bubble tea sold in a shop Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So, what was the average number of cups of bubble tea sold per hour from 11 to 1500 hours? Okay, so 11 is 40. Okay, 1500 hours is 120. Okay, so number of cups is equal to 120 and then divided by divide minus 40, so we sold a total of 80 cups. So then hours is equal to 1500 minus 1100 hours is equal to 4 hours. So average is equal to 80 divided by 4, which is equal to 20, right? So the answer is 20. All right, let's move to the next question, question 25. All right, so question 25. John bought some plants at an average price of $7. After buying another plant at $21, the average price became $9. Find the total number of plants bought. So for this kind of question, what you can do is first, right? So step one, you can just get the what you call that difference of new plant and new average, which is equal to 21 minus 9, and this will get you $12, and then get a difference of a new average minus and uh, before average, right? Average is equal to 9 minus 7 is equal to 2, so number of plants is equal to 12 divided by 2. Okay, at first is 6, so total is equal to 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. Right, there you go. So that's the answer. Okay, so the answer to this is 7. All right, let's move to question 26. The square grid shows line CD. So part A, it says using line CD, draw an isosceles triangle CDE such that CD is equal to CDE. I think it's drawn already. Dang it. Okay, in this case over here, if you want to get E, what you need to do is, I'll just explain now, right? So you just get this, right? Actually, if this CD is equal to, yeah, so you get basically the length and breadth. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 4 and this is 2. So what you need to do is you get 4 again by the other side and then 2 at the other side in this case. And then you get a point over here, right? This point. And then you draw a dot and then you just draw. I'm going to use the red line to make it easier. So you draw from this point and then lastly just draw from this point like this. Okay, so there you go. This is your answer. Okay, part B, using the line CD, draw a trapezium ABCD such that CD is parallel to BA. So the trapezium should not overlap the isosceles. So CD must be parallel to BA, right? So same thing. What you can do is you can maybe calculate, so trapezium like this, right? So I'm going to draw a line like this. So trapezium, make it green line instead, and then it needs to be parallel. So once you draw this, you can draw either way, right? Like this as well. Does it? Yeah, then yeah, doesn't really matter, but for this, if you want to make it parallel, so same thing, 2 and 4, right? So you just calculate from the point that you want to from the point that you want to draw the parallel line, it will be just like this. Okay? So this will always be parallel. Right? So draw trapezium such that CD is parallel to BA, should not overlap. So yeah, then you can just draw as long as you want, and then from any point, then you just draw like this. Okay? So this is what we call. So this will be A B C D. So A B So A, B, so A is here, A, A, and then B is here. Okay, put like this. Right, so yeah, you just make sure that whatever point you put at, make sure it's 2 and 4, and it's always parallel in this case over here. All right, there you go. Let's move on to question 27. All right, so a group of students is divided equally into two teams, A and B. The ratio number of boys to the ratio number of girls in team A is 1 is to 3. Ratio number of boys to the ratio number of girls is 5 is to 11. What is the ratio total number of boys to the total number of girls? Okay, so a group is divided equally. So we know that team A is equal to team B. So I think this is pretty straightforward. So I will say team, so A, sorry, boys is to girls is to total, right? This is like team A. Let's just put here team A. Okay, so this will be 1 is to 3, 1 is to 3, and the total is equal to 4, right? Like this. Okay, pretty straightforward, right? And then for team B, it is 5. Sorry, team 5. B, so this will be 5, this will be 11, and this will be 16, right? Okay, so let me know. Okay, so since total is the same, make total the same. Okay, so that means 4 and 16 must be the same, so that means we just multiply this by 4 in this case over here, then we just multiply everything by 4 and 4. Okay, and that means for this we will get, right, 4 is to 12 is to 16. Okay, oops, 16, right, there you go, right, like this. Okay, so what is the ratio total number of boys to girls? Okay, so I'm just gonna put like this. I'm gonna put like this. So, ratio to the total number of boys. Okay, so this is the new one. So total boys is equal to 4 plus 5 equal to 9. Oops, equal to 9. And then girls, total girls. Oops, girls is equal to 12 plus 11 equal to 23. So total boys and girls will be 9 is to 3 lah. 9 is to 23. There you go. So that's your answer to this question. Let's move on to question 28. So the figure is made out of 4 identical rectangles and square. The length of the rectangle is 3 times the breadth. So this one is 3 units and this is 1 unit. Okay, in this case over here. Right, so the area of the square is 64 centimeters square. So I see over here. Find the area of one rectangle. Okay, so we know this is 3 units as well. Okay, and we also know that this is 1 unit over here. Let me just draw. So that means this is 2 units. Okay, so with this, wait, 1 unit. Sorry. This is 1 unit as well. Okay, so this is 1 unit, this is 1 unit, so this is also 1 unit. Okay, so square area, okay, square side is equal to in this case root of 64, which is equal to 8 centimeter. Okay, so and we know from this 3 units, no, this is 2 units, correct lah, what am I talking? So from here, square, so yeah, 2 units is equal to 8 centimeter. So area, so 3 units, okay, 1 unit is equal to 8 divided by 2, which is 4 centimeter. 3 units is equal to 4 times 3, which is equal to 12 centimeter. So that means length is equal to length is 3 times. Okay, length is equal to 12 centimeter. Breadth is equal to 4 centimeter. So area of rectangle, I'm gonna put this on top, is equal to 12 times 4, which is 48 centimeter square. There you go. So the answer is 48 centimeter square. All right, let's move on to question 29. So the pie chart represents the number of each type of animals at a pet store. The number of animals is also represented by the bar graph below. The bars for the number of birds and dogs have not been drawn. Draw the bars to show the number of birds and dogs. Okay, so for if I cat is equal to 1/4, which is times 100%, equal to 25%. Right? Pretty straightforward. And then dog is equal to 100 minus 20, 50, 25 minus 55, which is equal to 25 and 55, 75 minus 55, which is equal to 20%. Right, in this case over here. Let me make this a little bit easier to see. Right, dog 20%, cat 25%. All right. Okay, I think this is nicer to see. All right, so number of animals for cat is let's put here as units. Right. So for cat is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So cat is 5 units. So I'm gonna put here. Okay, like this. So cat is 25%. So that means, let me just put a line so it's easier. Okay, so if 25% with percent is equal to 5 units. Okay, so okay, I don't put 1%. I'll put 5%, right? So 5% is equal to uh, 1 unit. Okay, so yeah, it's just basically divided by 5. So for cat is 25%, dog is 20%, which is dog, which is equal to 20 divided by 5, which is equal to 4 units. And then we have bird, which is 55%. So this is bird, which is equal to 55 divided by 5, which is 11 units. Okay, that's it. Let's draw the rectangles. Put it in the green one. So bird over here is 4 units, so this should be like this with a like this. Okay, let's draw exactly the width. All right, so we have the width of a bird like this. Okay, there you go. And then the dog is 11 units. So dog is 11 units. So 5. And then do we have 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. There you go. So let me count again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, correct. This is 4, this is 5. Great. That's it. Let's move to. Wait. Let me double check. Oops. The bird is 11 units. Okay. So sorry. This one. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's move on to last question. Question 30. So the table shows the number of each type of books in a class library. Right. There were 40 students in the class. Each student borrowed either 3 or 5 books home to read. No books were left in the class library. How many students borrowed 5 books? So we can get a total number of books. Okay, is equal to 35 plus 32 plus 30 plus 20 plus 25. So this will be 35 plus 25. I'm just going to rearrange so it's easier to see. Plus 32. Okay, 35 plus 25. This will become 60. Yeah, 60 plus 50 plus 32. 142. Okay, so the total number of books borrowed is 142. So we can use the assumption method. Since we have like either 3 and 5 in this case over here. Okay, so in this case, right, so we want to have, okay, so step 1, Assume all students borrow what is 3 books. Oops, where am I? Okay, let's go back. This is the paper 2 one. Okay, sorry. Okay, so assume all students borrow 3 books. So in this case, we have 40 students. So assume total is equal to 4 times 30. Sorry, 40 times 3, which is equal to 120 books. Okay, so step 2 is find the difference. So total difference is equal to 142 minus 120, which is equal to 22, right? So I will say books difference is equal to 5 minus 3 is equal to 2, right? So then lastly divide lah. So step 3 is then divide, which is basically number of students borrowed 5 books is equal to 22 divided by 2, which is 11. Okay, there you go. That's the answer. So let me just make this a little bit smaller so I can push this up. Okay, so the answer is 11. So 11 students. 11, there you go. All right, that's about it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want more of this kind of videos, subscribe down below and comment down what are the papers you want me to go through next. See you in the next one. Bye bye.